Today we're driving a new Subaru WRX. We are out in the canyons in California, and this has a few modifications, a few upgrades. You can immediately see the Cobb shift knob, which raises that up just a little bit. We've got some STI bits and upgraded brake pads, which I'm excited to feel. And then we also have the factory STI exhaust, which sounds pretty good. Let's walk you around this real quick, and we'll take it for a bit of a drive. You see up front, STI aero bits look nice and clean. I love this grille. Some JDM pieces here too. I believe these are EBC pads.
Well, we might be an hour away from the house.
STI rear diffuser, which was a JDM only option. I think now you can get this in the US market. And then this has these draw stiffeners, front, rear, stiffens up the chassis just a little bit, makes it feel a little bit tauter. So let's go see if some of these modifications add up to a bit more of a difference in the new WRX. I never drove one, but the Subaru STI S209 had the same draw stiffeners, and that was a very stiff, immediate, and engaging chassis. As you can see, this has been a fun day. We've done a bunch of WRX videos over the last year or two, and I love this car. Subaru did such a good job calibrating the inputs, the driving experience. I like the steering. This new FA24 with the turbo feels great, really nice power. The shifter's fantastic. It's a lot of fun, and there's a ton of grip and performance here from this chassis. I've got to say, these brake pads, yep, that's probably the first thing I do if I own a WRX, is I just get an upgraded brake pad, because this feels great. Big improvement over stock. Stock tires. The steering feels a lot better with these draw stiffeners. The front end feels really tight. This almost feels STI-like with its responsiveness and turn-in. Yeah, this is awesome. What a great chassis. Doesn't really affect ride quality at all. Let's turn around here. The great thing about the WRX is it's so practical. It's a fun car that you can drive every day. It's safe. It's got lots of space inside to put people, things, but also it's a lot of fun. In terms of value, this is really up there in that $30,000 price point. Let's put the windows down for just a second, see if we can hear this exhaust a bit more. Definitely noticing a bit more sound from this exhaust, but it's nice. WRX exhausts are always a little bit drony, especially with the equal length factory headers on there. But this is mild, it's not overbearing, it's not annoying. It sounds good. I'm sure there are some good aftermarket options out there too. You just get on the power so early. what a resonator delete or mid-pipe would do on this. Yeah, this feels more STI-like with its handling. With these chassis braces, this feels really good. I'm impressed. Cool. Let's go up and down. We'll do a little cool down. Just a quick little canyon run on this reinforces how much fun the WRX is. It is such a great handling sedan. And you could go even stickier with this tire compound. You could go with a way more aggressive tire, have better braking, handling. Even on factory tires though, this has so much traction out here. I still think brakes are a bit of a weak point here with this WRX. Hopefully they'll give us an upgrade at some point, but even with better pads, it's a huge improvement from the way it was factory. But still, if you're wanting to track, you're gonna have to figure out a better braking solution and maybe some cooling for the engine. But as a fun car to kind of do it all, it's still hard to beat the new WRX. Cool. Well, thanks guys. We're gonna let this idle through the next couple corners. Hope you enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for some more content out here in the canyons. Awesome. It's fun. You can really feel that bracing.
Really?
It makes a big difference.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
I'm glad it made a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because when I put it on, I thought I made it feel a difference.
Yeah.
But
Well, out here, it's huge. I mean, the car's a little bit flatter, a little bit tighter, but that responsiveness.
it's more responsive.
It's
with
way more responsive. It feels like an STI.
Yeah.
Previous gen
That
STI.
was the point of the bracing, is to
Yeah.
give it more response.
Yep.
Yeah. Through the chassis.
Yep.
Yeah. the
Exhaust
steering-
sounds nice
the
too.
steering's still light, but.
You don't have an intake on this, do you?
No.
Okay.
It's stock.
All right.
Engine's completely stock.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. Drives great. Fun car.
Cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear it.
Yep, I like this gray too. This is probably my favorite color on the WRX. Yeah, brake pads, big difference from stock.
I bet it. Yeah.
Yeah, these tires are really good, but yeah, I could see like wanting to go to a sticky tire for sure. Would help a lot.
Yeah. I was gonna get just 4Ss.
Yeah.
For daily driving, and I'm gonna get like RT 660s for because I have another set of wheels. So.
Cool. Oh, nice. Yeah, that'll do great.
For track day stuff.
The only point at which I feel like these tires are lacking is just under braking, because now you have so much more brake force with the upgraded pads.
You're right.
But under cornering, like this has so much traction. You can
And
get
it's
on
very
power
flat
so
too,
early.
right?
It is, yeah. Yeah, still rides well.
Yeah,
Nice.
it broke in because I remember when I first got it, it was very bouncy.
Yeah, it takes a bit.
Yeah,
Yep.
and then it broke in, and then now it's very nice and settled.
How many miles do you have on this?
16,000.
Oh wow, okay, yeah. So you do have some miles on it. It definitely feels good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's a driver.
Front grille, is that JDM?
So it's an option.
Okay,
Yes.
Cool.
It's an option, Subaru option. It's called like the sport grille.
cool. All right. I like how like they made the front end on these look like the Lavorg in Japan. You
it's
know,
more aggressive for sure.
it is.
I think if they actually paint matched the fenders, I think people would have complained less because I think it looks
Sure.
overall, the shape is nice.
Yeah, and with the gray you can't tell as much.
Right.
I like it for like if you're doing some dirt roads, off-roading, maybe some rallycross or just some fun, you know, fun in the winter.
Yeah.
Your fenders aren't going to get scuffed up and scratched up and destroyed.
Yeah,
this is easy.
Yeah, I got a little funny story. So when I was installing the lip, you have to do some drilling.
Yep.
Anyway, I accidentally drilled through this thing right here. And
Oh, yeah.
you know, usually you mad, you know, you just drill a hole through your thing, but it's like a $10 replacement of Subaru.
That's amazing.
It worked out for me actually. I was like,
Cool.
the one time I was like, all right, thank God. You know? Yeah.
That's funny. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Plastic fenders, not so bad. Who knows? Mid-cycle refresh, they may paint them at some point too.
It might actually, yeah, considering how many people complain about it.
Yep.
So.
And it does look good with the painted fenders too, but it's not something I would go spend a bunch of money on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a couple $100 and it's not worth. It's not a big deal.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, definitely would recommend the draw braces though. That is a big upgrade. These are EBC yellow pads?
EBC yellow.
Okay, cool. Yeah, they feel good. I like them.
Mm-hmm.
Do they dust a lot?
They do, and then they dust a lot. Like this is not the normal color. It's very caked up.
Sure, sure. Yeah, it's black instead of like slightly brown.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's okay. It's worth it for the extra pad feel. Yeah.
Just for the confidence, and it's more fun that way, you know.
Absolutely.
Having a responsive brake.
No, it's a big difference because that's the biggest weak point with the new WRX.
Yeah, I changed it literally like 1,000 miles in.
Okay.
And that's how much I hated the stock brakes.
Sure, of course.
I was like, I'm changing them now.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, right now I have the stock brakes on my BRZ and they're worse than what they are on the WRX. And they're great on dirt because I have tons of modulation and they don't dust at all on my white wheels. But I'm like, oh, I really need to swap these out for something better.
Yeah.
Because they're miserable.
Yeah, a lot of people, I know Benson didn't like the yellows too much.
Okay.
But I had to get them because that was the only option out.
Yeah, sure.
You know?
Were you pretty early? Is it 2022?
Yeah, I got it, I want to say like May of 2022.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you had a very
I was
early
one of the first early adopters in California, especially.
Cool.
Yeah, so I was like the only one driving around with it for a little while.
That's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thanks again for letting us have a go.
Of course, yeah.
Appreciate it.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hope you guys enjoyed the video. We'll see you later.